What's this? A letter for me.
Welcome back to another episode of Remember the Great Sports Through the Mail Thursdays. Today, we're going to go through 3 envelopes to see what we got back through the mail. So, let me open up a few of these and we will see what we get. So, the first one is postmarked from Minneapolis. And the first one appears to be Dan Peltier, or Pelter. I'm not positive on how to pronounce his name, but he signed 1, 2, 3 on the 4-player card and a duplicate of that 91 Bowman. Not sure again how to pronounce his name, but I am unofficially trying to collect this set. Sorry about the blurriness there, let me hold it a little farther down. But I'm trying to collect this 1992 Donruss the Rookie set completely signed. So very happy to add that to the collection. Dan is a former 3rd round pick of the Texas Rangers. He did not play very long in the major leagues. Only a couple seasons with the Rangers. I want to say briefly with the San Francisco Giants. But being that I had a lot of these cards laying around of him, just had them laying around, I knew I needed that one for my set. I stuck a few in the mail, asked him to sign them for me, and was very happy to get those returned. So, from the junk ball era, these are some of his rookie cards. He wasn't a huge player in the majors, but he is a major league player. And very happy to add that extra to my collection. Alright, so moving on to the next one. We will pull this out. Let's see here. Got it going. And the next one is from former Chicago Cub and St. Louis Cardinal, Les Lancaster, on 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mr. Lancaster played for the Cubs roughly for about 5 or 6 years, I want to say. Then briefly for a season with St. Louis, and also a season with the Tigers, if I'm not mistaken. Just pull that up real quick here. Yes, I am correct. 5 years with the Cubs, 1 with St. Louis, and 1 with Detroit. Overall, Mr. Lancaster spent 7 years in the majors. He has actually some pretty good numbers for a reliever. His lifetime wins, he has 41 wins versus 28 losses over that 7-year period. And actually, in his final season in 1993, he went 4-1 with a 2.9 ERA. So I wonder if maybe some arm problems got to him, after that 93 season, because why would a guy with a 4-1 record and a 2.9 ERA not have a job the following season? Unless the strike shortened season, maybe 1994, maybe that had something to do with it. Yeah, I don't understand why a guy with those type of numbers wouldn't have a job the following year, other than maybe just some sort of injury precluded him, or a personal issue in his personal life, didn't allow him to, continue his career. But you would think somebody with that type of record would definitely have the opportunity to continue working in professional baseball, because it looks like he was only 31 years old, or 32 years old when he retired. So you definitely would think he would have a couple more years left, before he was forced to retire. So not sure if the strike had something to do with that, but maybe, maybe not. All right, so moving on to the next one. This is, I believe, a current coach in the minor leagues. And yes, it is. And this is 404 from Mr. Jack Howell, who's a former California Angel, or Los Angeles Angel now, and San Diego Padre. I want to say he also played maybe for the Tigers, if I'm not mistaken. I will pull his numbers up really quick here. Mr. Howell came up in, let's see, 1985 as a 23-year-old. He spent, it looks like, roughly 9 seasons with the Angels organization. It looks like he got traded to the Padres for a season, then came back. After the... Oh, I see what happened. Okay. I remember this now. The Angels traded him in the 91 season to the Padres, but after the 91 season, the Padres did not re-sign him, and he elected to actually play in the Japanese Professional Baseball League for, it appears, about 4 seasons before he returned in 1996 to the Angels again. So he had about a 5-year hiatus in Japanese ball, it looks like, before he came back to the Angels, and then finally finished up his career as looks like a utility guy on the Houston Astros for his last 2 seasons. So, very cool. Some of his best seasons were as an Angel. In 1987, he belted 23 home runs. In 89, he hit 20. He was a corner infielder, third baseman primarily. I think he played a little first base towards the end of his career. But I want to say they threw him in the outfield for a few games too. But Mr. Howell was a very good player, very cordial signer from what I understand in person. I've heard some people say that he's a pretty cool guy. If you get an opportunity to see him, he was coaching this past year in the Angels minor league organization as a manager. So if you have any of these junk ball cards from the era that he played, which he played from 85 to basically 91 in the majors, and there's millions of cards of him out there. So basically, if you get a chance to write any of these guys, I would definitely recommend it. They're all pretty good signers. Lancaster's a pretty good ball player in his own realm. Peltier again has a lot of cards out there because of the era that he played. Didn't play in the majors all that long, but still a nice addition to the collection, especially since I'm trying to collect this set. So I will throw this out there. If anybody has cards out of this 92 Donruss the Rookie set that they're looking to trade for that are signed, definitely be interested in doing that. I have plenty singles unsigned out of the set, so I'm not really looking for unsigned ones. But if you have authentically signed, TTMs or in-person autographs out of this set, definitely give me a holler. So thank you for signing Mr. Lancaster Howell and Mr. Peltier or Pelter. Hope I'm saying that right. And stay tuned for the next episode of Through the Mail Thursdays. Look forward to your comments below. Thanks.